hasn't been extremely exciting or jam-packed with any excursions or anything. It was raining all day. Um, Friends, Joseph, we're still not friends. It's cold and it's rainy. Um, so for most of the day, we just kind of hung out in the hostel and took naps and whatnot because all of the things that we wanted to do required um, better weather. But then it actually cleared up just a little bit, enough for us to go on this hour-long hike out kind of away from the city a little bit and to, it's called Peters Pond. And basically what it is it's a reflection pool. And it was really cool. Unfortunately, it started misting and kind of sprinkling when we got there, so it wasn't much reflection. But it was still really pretty view. There were waterfalls everywhere and beautiful trees and things like that. So that was a lot of fun. And as we were walking back, it started to get kind of twilighty out, and so we got to see some really cool stars, and it was really pretty. And so that was really nice because it's kind of got that small town feel. Essentially, the town wouldn't exist without the glacier and things like that. So it's nice to be kind of back in a small town, except, because I've always been in like big cities and things like that. So that's a little more comforting to me. And I'm sure for some of the other girls too, just because we're not, used to living in a city, or things like that. And then, we all came back, and some of the girls and Lee and AJ made a stir fry for dinner, which was awesome. And like I've mentioned before, I love the family dinners. I think they're great. I love that we get to bond together, and then one group cooks and the other girls clean. So it's just nice bonding time, and all the other girls have said, yeah, like we really enjoy cooking together. I've come to find I think they're called Apex cookies. I don't know. It sounds like Aztec cookies. I don't know, but they're really popular here. They kind of taste like a stale Samoa, like those Girl Scout cookies without the chocolate. I don't know what they are. I don't know what's in them, but they're delicious. So if I gain any weight on this trip, it's because of lamb and those cookies, hands down. But no, it's been really cool. I wish I would have downloaded. There's an app that my sorority advisor was talking about, or I guess I'm an alum now, so my chapter's advisor had talked about. It's called Charity Miles, and what it is for like every mile that you walk, a donation gets made to a charity of your choice by a sponsor. And I wish I would have downloaded it and when I saw the post, because we did a lot of walking the past couple days, and I thought, oh, I'll download it later. But I finally downloaded it tonight, so I'm really excited because we're going to walk on a glacier tomorrow. And, for the remainder of the trip, I've got this awesome thing to, put money towards charity of my choice from the list that they have, which I think is really cool. So I'm really excited about that. Let's see what else. Communication-wise, it's been easier, I guess. I finally got to talk to my mom today. And I'm a mama's girl, so, not talking to my mom every day is hard. Considering that every day that I was at school, I would talk to her every day. When I was getting off of work, it would, even if it was only a phone call, quick, I love you, good night kind of thing, I still talk to her every day. Or at least in a text message, and that doesn't happen here, for, time zone reasons, and, scheduling is different, and I don't have an activated phone here. All I have is Facebook, but thank God that Facebook has the video app. It's got a little button you can press, so I can have a free phone call with her, which is fine. Helps me stay updated and things like that, and I, tell her and fill her in on all the cool stuff and things like that, and then, she fills me in, and I always ask, how are my animals? Because I miss animals. I miss being around animals and, a dog or a cat. And it's really nice. It's comforting, and I'm sure they probably do this for a reason. The hostel has a cat. And then someone said that they saw somebody holding a dog earlier. So I'm pretty sure they do that for a reason, because a lot of people are travelers. I'm sure people get very homesick. A lot of people are probably out of their element here. especially being in a completely different country. So I feel like, having an animal is kind of a way to just kind of, everyone can kind of just sit around, pet the cat, and kind of, let off some steam and just kind of hang out with, an animal. Because, I mean, I know that that makes me feel better. And one of my sorority sisters, Liv, is in Argentina, and she had posted about how there was this dog, and kind of the same concept that the dog was really kind of therapeutic in a way. So I really enjoy that, and I think that's why I'm really looking forward to being around animals, like when we get to Australia, just because I know that's going to be a little more calming for me. I'm not homesick, but I'm starting to miss things from home a little bit. I'm starting to miss, my dog and my bed and things like that. It's a little easier with family members because I can talk to them. I can't talk to my dog. I can't, talk to my hedgehog or my cat or anything. So that's a little difficult. But, I've got a sense of family here, and I really enjoy that. And, we all wake up and giggle together and watch movies, and, like, we're having a movie night right now, and it's great. I love it. So tomorrow, weather permitting, we're going to go to the glacier. And, not as long of a hike as today, but it'll still be really pretty. And then we will be off to our next city soon.